And we are live. Good morning. If anybody's in yet, I think we need to rework our calling the corners and stuff with everything we've learned in the past 5 years. So we need to rework our thing. We're sorry. Yeah. I think it served its purpose, and they still use it at cups. So. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. A lot going on today. Good morning. So much I want to talk about. Just doing the one thing that I do best, which is waiting on Rook. Bob Bobson, good morning. I'm thinking about getting a coffee heater. Yep. All right. So trying to get into my OneDrive, it keeps saying there is new terms, but it won't let me accept said new terms to get to my stuff. Okay. My desktop died. I am thinking it is probably just the little tree sap. Oh my goodness, good morning. Thank you for coming in. We're going to be talking about stuff today. We got stuff. We're talking a little bit about Salann stuff. A little bit about Kybalion stuff. A little bit about Kismet stuff. A little bit about some pathways and changes in this time of year and all this fun stuff. So we got a lot of little topics we want to talk about. And yeah, so it's been a hell of a year. Can you guys believe we are in November? It is almost TG time for Thanksgiving, and it is almost almost time for freaking Christmas, Yule. Hey Brad, can you bring a light or two? Really? Thank you. You know who I'm saying thank you to. That is hilarious. Somebody sent me a link for creating a ritual with ChatGPT.
Who did?
So the one we actually use, I wrote for the cups and for part of our process. So we were just talking about it's time to change it. You know, it might be time to do something a little bit different. And kind of work it up because, you know, this one is, to me, it's very druidic place and content, not in its layout, because the layout in druidic openings or circle calling is very different. This is not that. This is very, I would say, Wiccan probably mostly, but the content of it was thoughtful of, you know, earth and nature and very specific to that. And you know, my path has changed so much, and I think Rook's has changed so much. I think that's one of the things we want to talk about. You know,
back and forth and back and
oh,
forth.
I forgot my baby too. Go grab it.
I don't get it. If you could kindly tell me where it is.
I think it's on the counter.
I've got so much stuff. Art stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, our witch table and witch room has turned into a diamond art painting studio, and stitching and crocheting. So we are bringing in our best crafts.
It's fun.
Gonna get my mom to teach me how to do moccasins, crochet a moccasin. It's on the countertop right there. Should be. If not, who knows? So I wouldn't worry about it too long. But how's everybody doing this morning? How are you guys? If you didn't know, we were actually reworking our Gilded program to start putting out content on Gilded because I just really rather enjoy the way it's laid out. But I just learned today that, and it's already gone. I've already deleted it. Gilded is last day is December, and it's gone.
Why?
Because Roblox bought it and doesn't want it.
Oh man.
So we'll have to revert to Discord, which does not have the right platform for sharing documents and things. So unfortunately, that's going to make it a little bit difficult.
I'm glad we didn't put a whole bunch of stuff on there then.
Yeah. I mean, we used to have it up there, and we utilized it a lot.
What is Roblox?
It's a game system thing. I don't know. It's the things that the newfangled kids use.
Yeah, maybe Discord bribed them, paid them off.
Well, no, Roblox bought them. And then Roblox has its own communication system. I had a feeling it was going to go that route. The problem with Discord is it doesn't have a place where I can, like, appropriately and properly pin. I never did our live things either. Let me do that. To appropriately pin our things
Ooh,
on
somebody's
it,
crafty.
Temperance Moon, those are really cool. And happy Salann, guys. Yeah, we are a day past Salann. It's usually October 31st to the 1st, but we're still celebrating it. And also Day of the Dead, the 1st through the 4th, I think.
Something like that.
Or the 5th?
4th or the 6th.
Yeah, it's something to the first through a couple days. So we are doing that. Felicity's here for just about. No, we gotta.
That's fine.
Sit
Leave
up
it in
here.
there. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
So I want to talk about. So we're gonna rework our calling, our corners.
Yep.
I've been thinking a lot about that. Well, not a lot, but I've been on about that throughout the past several months.
Hey, these little pop-ups keep coming up and I can't see what I'm doing. And then Finny here is like in my face. Is my buddy. So yeah, we have a lot to do.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I love you.
Just posting. I forgot to post our messages in Discord since now that I'm in it. So we're gonna try to find a way. We have a lot of content and stuff that is like written stuff. Paranormal welcome. And within all that stuff,
fairies too.
we have some issues or getting it out. Like we want to post it where it's easily used and easily accessible. So we'll try to figure it out and see how we're going to get that across. But we'll get there. I've been writing an ongoing. I'm just calling it a paper. I don't want to say a book because I'm not writing a book. I'm writing information down about our practice in a meaningful way. And I say our, mostly mine. But we'll include some other things in there. So yeah. You want to do the corners now?
Yeah, but I was talking about that, so we're gonna go back to that. So we're gonna. Did you say you wanted to rework it, rewrite it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good to do them.
2 questions. We're going to read through our current. We're going to work on changing it. But if you guys could let us know, how's the level of the music? Are you hearing any echo? Is it too much? I'm applying it in a different way than we have in the past. So I just need to make sure we're not duplicating sounds here or making it hard for you to hear us. Let us know, and we'll check the chat after we do our corners. So let's get into it.
You want to start? Or you want
Sure.
me to?
Hear me, friends and ancestors from the east. Hear my voice carried on the air of clarity and truth. Watch over us as we cast our circle of safety and love.
See me, friends and ancestors from the south. See my flames of passion and creation seared into the energy of the universe. Watch over us as we cast our circle of limitless possibility.
Feel me, friends and ancestors from the West. Feel my love, fear, sadness, and joy washed into the waters of the rivers of compassion. Watch over us as we cast our circle of connection and motion.
Reach me, friends and ancestors from the north. Reach my feet and hands, the earth in my toes, and work of my fingers. Watch over us as we cast our circle of grounding and protection.
Know me, friends and ancestors from the Aether. Know my intent, know my heart, and know my spirit. Watch over us as we ask you all to join us in perfect love and perfect trust.
Hear,
See, feel, reach, and know that the circle is safe, the circle is sacred, and the circle is cast. All right.
Ben gives his blessing. Thank you. Love you, little bud.
Finny is blessings. So, hello. I'm going to turn it volume down on our side just because it is a little loud in my face here.
Good morning, Unexplained.
Good morning. I'm going to make sure I don't turn it down too far for me. Finny, what are you doing? So... yeah, we'll have to see if that's, make sure it's not too loud. I like the sound a little bit where I can hear it, but we don't want it picking up in here again, which it shouldn't. So, if you see any issues with the skipped frames or lagging, our laptop that we're running off of is not doing great. It's having some issues. This morning I've tried to clean it up a little bit, but didn't have time to finish all of the updates. So apologize for that. We might have to change it out soon because... my desktop died yesterday or a couple days ago, and I got to get a new, hopefully, GPU for that. And this laptop is, it's a 2015 laptop with a 1060, GTX 1060 that is running this stream with just no problems.
You got that before we moved here?
Yeah.
To the state?
Yep. That one was in Virginia. No, it was down here. It was just in our apartment. So anyway, apologize if we have any issues there, but right now it looks like it's holding steady for the moment. So yeah. I want to read something that was very interesting. So this is, we've been doing diamond art painting, which has been really zenning for me. I enjoy it. It's using these little pins, they call it a diamond drill, to move these little plastic diamonds or beads onto like a paint by number style sheet, and it's very, very, very calming. So it just, I love it. And I was doing one yesterday, and out of the box this little card popped out for the one that I'm currently doing, and I didn't expect it. I read it and I cried. Then I'm like, what does that mean about me? What do I need to do with this? So this is something that I figured it needed to be shared, and I'm actually going to carry it with me and try to make it a daily affirmation for a while. So I'm going to try to make it through without, I even earlier today when I read it to Rook for the first time, I got all teary, and this was a little, it's weird. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just saying it's just I want to get through it all. So I want you guys to see this. Oh, and by the way, your keyboard should work.
That's
and
good.
Mouse. Where's the mouse? Oh, I didn't turn it on, did I? Nope.
Oh, does it work? Oh, you're giving me great access. With great typing power comes great responsibility.
It does time out after like 5 minutes, but we just hit a few keys and it'll wake back up. So we can both type at the same time.
Thank you. What shirt are you wearing?
I'm not procrastinating. I'm just doing side quests.
And mine, in November, it's this month. I think it's the 13th. The walk for prevention, suicide prevention. I think this is not for that, but that reminded me of.
I've called that number twice now.
For
somebody else.
Did they answer?
Yes.
Okay.
And they gave me a really, really hard time, which was funny because they're like, "Are you sure it's not you?" So they actually forced to screen me first before they'd say it because it was for somebody else, and I wanted advice. Like they really hyper screened me. So, like, we just want to make sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm good. I love a job, you know, and I went through a whole bunch of stuff. It's like, okay, so this is really about something. Yeah, it really is. I don't know who to call for them because they're in another country, blah, 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 all that stuff. It was very interesting, but they were very helpful. And they got me connected to the people I needed to. So, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read the front of it too, which is not part of the affirmation, but just to know, to think about this diamond painting, you can get them on Amazon. They come with their kits. They're so much fun to do. They're easy, but you don't think of anything when you do. Yeah. You don't think of anything when you're doing these diamond paintings, and they're just really pretty. And when we go out of that, this little card popped out, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, this is not something you have to do. It's diamond painting, right? Little tree sap. If you have anxiety, ADHD, hyperactivity, difficulty focusing,
or just want to relax.
Every single person we've talked to has said, oh, I'm going to get bored. I can't do that. It's too much. And they're all doing it right now. Every one of them is doing it right now. And you go in there, it is dead quiet.
It blocks everything
and
else out.
There's like 10 of us in there doing the diamond painting when we go to the kava bars now, and it's just zen. You can still have little conversations. You're doing this rope method. It's almost like it's like Plinko. It puts the chips in the right place. Connect four. I don't know. It's really cool. I'm gonna read this. You can get them for like $10. You can get like multiple sets for like $15, and they are just so much fun. So there's no need for them to put something like this in there. And this little thing just fell out into my lap. Amazon is the easiest way to get them, and like I said, Paranormal, they're kits, so they're really cheap.
Like $10.
Literally, like between $5 and $10, and kids like to do them. Part of them. We're thinking about all chipping in and getting one that can go up to as much as $200.
Oh, really?
There's one that's like it's like a huge one, and we were all thinking about just getting everybody to work on it together.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, jigsaw puzzles. Yep. Ooh, nice.
You like jigsaws?
I'm not good at them, but they're really cool.
I love puzzles. I do get quite a few out. I do mostly 1,000 piece puzzles.
I could probably do 100.
Yes.
Maybe 200.
Kids love them. Now, kids do lose their interest really fast in them, so they have to keep coming back to it. And there's lots of little teeny pieces. So be careful. But anyway, you look it on Amazon and you see what they are. You'll see they're very inexpensive, and you can get almost any picture. But this fell out of that. It says, may this diamond painting bring you peace. It's a sincere gift, letting love flow between us. We are not here to seek love. We are love itself. May you see the truth of life and live with ease. Now, that's cute, right? People put little things in there, and they're really sweet and meaningful, but that's just the front. I'm going to read you what the card says inside, and this may be something that somebody's quoted somewhere, and I don't know it, like Gandhi or Buddha or something, I don't know. So if you've heard this before, let me know. Inside the card, this is what it says. From today on, I am renewed. My heart is full of love and light. Strength and joy flow through me. Each day is a fresh start. From today on, I choose to forgive myself and others. Everyone is doing their best. Right and wrong are often a matter of perspective, so I let go of the past and live in the present. With love, I connect and heal others. From today on, I got goosebumps all over the left side of my body. From today on, I face all challenges with a smile. I am the source, and I am the solution. My true power lies within, not outside. I am loved. I am enough. With love, all things can be healed. From today on, I live with gratitude. Every breath, every light, every small moment is a gift. My gratitude flows like a river, nourishing my soul and touching others. I am more than a body. I am a soul of love and wisdom. Peace, abundance, and joy guide my path. With love, all comes into harmony. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And this thing just like popped out onto my lap out of nowhere. And I'm like, I think that is one of those things where not even synchronicity, but where a message that just had to get to a person. I know other people have got these, right? Mm-hmm. And you sit down and read this. It's kind of like when that guy goes around saying, you giving out the little letters, right? He gives them flowers with a note and then just says, hey, can you hold this? And then he runs off and disappears.
I haven't seen that. Where's that?
It's on YouTube a lot.
Huh.
So he gives them flowers, like guys, girl, everybody just gives them flowers and a note on it. And the notes usually say, I know you're struggling right now. You are good enough. You are strong enough. And of course he records them and then gets permission afterwards because it is for, YouTube. But regardless, doing that is just really nice. Um, and so, the people open these messages and they just start crying because you need to hear that. And what gets me every time when I'm reading it is the middle part. I am enough. That's where I kind of lose it the first time, and then I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you, and that's your soul talking to yourself, but also to others. So, I'm not like a total love and light person. That's not my method or style, but just the idea behind this popping out of something so inexpensive. You know what I mean? Like, just
It's unexpected,
and just it's unnecessary. That, like, I can't think of the better word for that.
Well, it's really necessary, but
It's unnecessary because there's no need for them to do this.
Yeah, it's
somebody's
unexpected.
Choosing to put that in there, even if it's a marketing ploy to get you to feel emotional about their company. I don't know which company this is. I'm not going to know which one to buy. You know what I mean? It's just something. It was exactly what I needed when I need it, and this is one of those things I think I'm going to carry in my wallet for a very long time, and then one day I'm just going to give it to somebody else. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to post it somewhere too, because that's got me going. I've been thinking a lot about that lately, love and light, and kind of going back and forth between. I think I'm still capable and desirable of the hexing and all the stuff that needs to be done when things need to be cursed or broken. I don't think that's ever going to come out of my blood, but I think the place of where it's coming from is changing, and it's becoming less important. If I can take the same energy that I'm going to put into somebody, and I will do bindings, I will do blockings, I will do, protection magic and all that. I'll do all of it anyway, but taking the energy to put stuff down against somebody else, I'm thinking, can't I divert that power into something much better? And the best use of my energy for that now lately has been, fuck off. That energy just needs to go right back into something better.
It's kind of getting to me where I'm so glad, like, everything comes up in time, and it seems like out of place or weird, so you have to pay attention to it, like that. This Rewired series. So I have 2 months ago, I went to dinner with some colleagues, and I almost canceled because it was tired. It was a Friday. It was at 6:30. I wanted to come home. And anyway, there was this doctor that immediately when I sat down,
oh God,
I felt connected to this lady. She didn't know anything about me. I didn't know anything about her. But anyway, she's a medical doctor, huh?
She's trying to break my table.
No.
I'm just kidding.
A medical doctor that's also into metaphysics and Reiki and shamanism and all this stuff.
I want to be her nurse for this
stuff. She is
so
amazing. Like, I saw her yesterday, and she goes, "Okay, how are you doing since we met? You're due for these labs, like 13 labs in February, and you need to let it go." What? You need to drop it. And then she gave me several things to watch on Gaia about energy and rewiring your brain and stuff. And she knew I was dealing with a lot of work. She just sensed it, and she's very in tune to things. So that came up when I needed it. I started to work on a magical tabard. I may have said this one already. So I had to go to Michael's to get the thread, the material, the needles. And the person that helped me there that they called was named Rook. And I was like, okay. I was like, "Is that your name?" And he was like, "Yeah, why? I know it's different." I said, No. And I showed him my tattoo. And he said, "Well, what is that?" And I started saying, "Oh, I use that in some stuff." He goes, "Is that your magical name?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm pagan and my mom's a witch, so I know what that is. You don't have to worry." But it was just so cool. Why would that person that I need to go get material from be named Rook? You can't make this stuff up.
Nope.
And there was another one that I forgot, like, just recently. It's like, so things come up when they're supposed to. And in all of this, it started to make me rethink, like, my the way I think about things, like, to my true, more kind nature than what I've been. And it's nice to have those reminders.
Yeah, I'm really having a hard time lately, but it's a good time. And what I mean is, like, I'm having a serious, and it's been, I'd say, a couple months, but it's cycling in and out with these serious reflections of, and it's a lot of it's coming from writing down these things and notes about my path of, what am I really doing? And what really set it off was VG passing. Like, I almost can have to credit her 100% for that was her sole purpose at that moment, was to set me on this different path and really start thinking about what am I doing? What is purpose? What is meaning? I love metaphysics. I'm even in a metaphysics school. I'm really enjoying it. I like my job. It pays very well. I'm important at work. But, it's not fulfilling me. It is not going to fulfill me permanently, and it is cannot be my end game. So, was listening to a gentleman this morning. Okay, let me put this out there too. I've said it on Apocrypha too. I'm gonna put this out there. I am obsessively watching Mayan Bialik's breakdown. If you guys haven't heard of it, Mayan Bialik is Blossom, the TV show from the 90s. With, I think it was Joey Lawrence, wasn't it?
Was he in that?
I think one of the Lawrence brothers was. And by the way, Two Pondering Pagans in the chat is both of us now. So we both have separate keyboards, so we might have to put a notice of who it is talking.
Thank you for saying hello.
Yes, Manny. Always.
Thank you for taking the time to say hello.
Always appreciate it.
Have a wonderful, beautiful Sunday.
Yep. We need to catch up with you, Manny, and bring you on again. It's been too long. What was I saying? Oh, the breakdown. Everybody in this chat probably would have a benefit from Mayan Bialik's breakdown. It started as a podcast about the brain because, she has, a neuroscience background, a PhD, and all this other stuff. And she really looks at like ADHD, the mind, and all this neurological things. And lately she's been kind of switching into a much more spiritual manifest, and she's approaching it scientifically, and it's very, very neat. So if you haven't watched Mayan Bialik's breakdown, if you watch them, the more current ones, you'll see so much about different things. And I've been listening to her and a lot of people that she has on her show and their thoughts. And the more and more I listen to this many different people's, near-death experiences, and the more and more I seek out personal connections with deity and myself. And I am telling you, my practice is changing. And that is kind of what one of our main topics is today. We will talk about Salann first, though. But anyway, the long short of all of that was on the show, they talk about, and they have, science, very, very, like, physicians who have had near-death experiences who now believe in the afterlife and that there's something more. And there's just so much more out there in the way they explain it, and they're so sure of it. It just gives me a lot of peace. And I want to kind of look into that for myself. So, she was on The Big Bang Theory. That is correct, Amy.
Oh, sweet.
Dr. Amy, yeah, it's Sheldon's girlfriend.
Ah, that is too cool. It's so cool to know that she was like in Hollywood, like these shows, but then to hear her talk it's so different on the podcast. What she's talking about. So
freaking smart, but. Like, if you just want to learn about ADHD, you can do that, and she'll have people on talking about it. But if you want to learn about near-death experiences, the telepathy tapes, Dr. Thies is a really good one. If you look up Mayan Bialik breakdown, Theiss, Dr. Thies, I think is how you spell it. Incredible information that you just hear them talking through. And, I mean, they talk about, psychics and the CIA and all of that shit. So, really, really, really recommend that, guys. Like, when VG passed, as I often do when I'm emotional, I really turn inward really quickly and kind of bubble up. And the first time when Lexi passed, because human losses of dogs, animals is worse than humans. It just is. It just is for me. And when she passed, I really, really got into, psychic dogs. How do you see your dog and all that stuff. This time it went right into the human. So I think that lesson was there for me.
Hi, kitty. Who is that?
Aw, kitty.
That is
Sheldon.
Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty behind us.
Nefertiti?
The black one. Nefertiti.
Up on the bookshelf where she's not supposed to be.
Nefertiti. She's bringing us wisdom.
Yeah. checking out the
It's
books.
Nefertiti. She's bringing us wisdom.
Finn will go after her. It's so funny.
And possibly, like, agging Finn on.
There she goes. Now, what you guys couldn't see is that Finn just chased Nefertiti like he was going to kill her. She stopped mid in his tracks, and he's like, oh shit, and turns around and walks off because he knows she'll bat the shit out of him. But anyway.
We got a lot of cool little stuff to mention today.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Sorry about if you watch Apocrypha, we were not able to do it last night because we went and saw Jessica Kirson.
It was so much freaking fun.
We had a blast. We had some unfortunate hecklers in the front row. That was an interesting story. They were like two seats in front of us that ended up getting kicked out and cussing her out as she was calling them names.
There is nothing
fun.
to me like, going out live performances, whether it's a concert or something more intimate like a play, a small play, or seeing somebody stand up. There's something so neat about being in the moment. And the way you just feel, it's, to me, I get that same kind of feeling, but not to that level, when something crazy like a synchronicity like that Rook thing happened at Michael's. It feels like such a high, like that, like you can't even just think of how can I repeat this? You can't even think of it because you didn't think of it. It's just like you're high and happy right there, and whatever comes in the moment. And last night she was so funny. Very funny. That was what? A couple hours away?
Yeah, 2.5 hour drive. We were tired.
Worth it though.
It was worth it. It was good. But I forgot about it until the day of to tell Adius, so I had to cancel last minute. But yeah, so that was yesterday. And yeah, all I've been doing is the diamond painting and reading a very little bit. So,
oh my gosh, books. Look, paranormal. All we do, we do read, but mainly now we're doing our diamond paintings and reading.
Yep. And
so that is like pure heaven to me.
And listening to YouTube
and work. I wish work could be like out of the picture and not required, because I would read, do diamond art, and work on magical stuff all day.
Yeah, I think we need to get there eventually. So I've been reading The Journey of the Souls. I'm still at the very end of it. It's been a slow read because I've been reading each case and thinking about it. I'm down to the last case. A couple of things that I bookmarked I wanted to share with you guys, and then we're going to talk about, I think, whatever you're doing, and then Salann. But in these, it's all about near-death experiences, The Journey of Souls. And one of them, this is in the middle of a case. They're doing hypnotism, regression, and the person under hypnotism says you cannot destroy energy, but it can be reworked. And so they're talking about those individuals that are here doing massively terrible things in the earth. Again, all the I'm just gonna say the not stealers and thieves, criminals, but the criminals, the criminals. And they're like, well, if that soul goes there and keeps doing that, how does that work? And it says the creator can actually rework those souls. That energy can be manipulated and adjusted if it's not working properly. If it incarnates and is not learning something, it gets put back through, I just call it the laundry machine, the mangler, and gets reworked. So I thought that was an interesting concept, kind of judging, going along with what we're talking about today. And then one of the descriptions on this same case is that the key to growth is understanding that we're given the ability to make mid-course corrections in our life and having the courage to make necessary changes when what we're doing is not working for us. So that goes along with my little affirmation card, right? I just thought that was very meaningful. We grow because we have to understand that we can make mid-course corrections. Oh, I'm fucking up. I can stop fucking up. I can do something different. I can make a change that puts me somewhere else. And I think that's an important comment. So, the amount of insight in this book is pretty cool. I'm not going to read all my little flags here, but anything on that one? Just know you can make mid-course corrections, and you know what? If your soul's shitty, it's going to get reworked.
I think it's good to learn how do you recognize when you need to or want to I've tried to kind of work on the way I think and see things lately. It's a little bit more positive, productive way.
Yeah.
But it can be hard to recognize that. But when you do,
Highly
you can
recommended.
change it.
And Calvin, yes, we knew you were recovering from surgery, hoping that things are still going in a positive manner for you.
Burn so.
You got a bum soul? Now, just remember, it can be reworked. Girl, you got all these emojis up.
Oh, I didn't know I put it to yours. I thought we had 2 boxes for each
No.
keyboard.
I literally just told you we're going to show up as the same thing.
Oh,
That's okay.
I did not realize.
Bob, well, we can rework that, man. Well, we can't. Well, maybe we can since we're all creators, right? The other book that I'm trying to get Rook to read is The Kabbalion. I've read it like 5 times.
I can't get into it, but I could if we read it, like, talked about it right after, I think. I just can't. I mean, I don't know why.
It's not calling to you.
I wanted to. Maybe if I started it, I would, but some of it I really don't understand. Like the wordage.
Yep. Well, we're going to work through it.
But if I have you to talk about each section, probably that would help. Because I hear it's like a very important book. Right?
From me. I think it's a very important book because not that my belief system is based on the Hermetic philosophy, but my lens that I'm applying has been very helpful to apply it through the Hermetic philosophy because it is the one thing that so far has allowed everything else to make sense. And with understanding that, I've been able to understand other things that I have not previously been able to understand. Does that make sense? Like the world is mental. The universe is mental, actually. Like, what does that mean? And when you learn and understand and hear and think about what that means, then when somebody says thinking is creating, believing is creating, your imagination is real, it's not fake, then these other worlds can exist. The astral plane can then exist because the universe is mental, right? And the idea, one example of that is, let's say I want a drink of kava right now. My brain has created that. Now, I will tell you, there's a whole separate piece about where this spark is coming from, which I don't want to get into today. But I think about, I want this drink. There's different ways to get this drink. And I want to put this out. How do I get this drink? This thought has come to me in my brain. Electrical impulses, sure. I think it's much more than that, but we'll just keep it at that for ease. So the electrical impulse goes and says, my brain has a thought, I want this drink. That thought gets to, how do I get there? To the car. That car was a thought. It was a design at one point. It had to be made put together. So somebody had to think it up and put it together and design it and physically move it into existence. It was once a thought. Kava, thousands of years been drinking. It wasn't here. It was somebody thought about it. Somebody thought about the business and opened the business. And somebody thought about the cups and how to make the cups and put the cups in. And somebody thought they're going to get up today and go to work. All of our actions, every single creation started as a thought. It is mental. And so if I believe that thought can get me kava, how can I not believe that the thought of the afterlife is going to get me to the afterlife or to the soul's area, you know? Thinking is creating mental, and that's just one little sliver of mentalism. Tiny, tiny little piece of it. But when you learn it and you think about it that way, it's like, holy shit, if me getting to that drink is mentalism, then that rock was a thought. It had to be thought up or created, which means there had to have been a creator or creators or a universe that we don't understand, a mentalism that thought it up and created it. So that's kind of like a little sneak peek into one of the Hermetic principles. So very, 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 very meaningful. Like I said, it's not I don't call it like the base of my belief system, but it allows me to process things about belief systems and about beliefs, and it's very nice. So yeah, good stuff.
It kind of maybe it seems like that might be part of what that Rewired thing is about with the brain. Might be tied to that a little bit.
I'm sure it is, because I can tell you a lot of metaphysics is tied back to that book. It really taught me to understand gender and what's different between gender and polarity, because it seems like they're the same. The theory of, and you hear me say this all the time, same in nature but different in degree. Hate and love, different ends of the spectrum, but they're the same thing, just different degrees of that thing. Cold and hot, they're all the same thing. Hot is less cold and cold is less hot. Or hot is, more hot and cold is less cold. Whatever it is, it's the same line. It's the same thing, but the degree of it is different. 10 degrees, 100 degrees. So you think of it that way, right? You get this whole idea of polarity, and once you understand polarity, if you're out here on the hate and you recognize I'm hateful of this thing and it is on the same line as love, then I can switch it to the other end of love like that, because that is transmutation, right? You can convert and alchemize that hate into love, deep love for a person like that by changing your mindset. And that is because things are same in nature but different in degree and polarity. Make sense? It's weird, but the more and more and more and more you think about it, the cooler it gets. Yeah, it was a big deal for me. Yeah. Little tree sap, I love that.
I see it before me.
Yeah.
Oh.
As above, so below. 100%. That's part of polarity, right? And that's one of the Hermetic principles.
Well, maybe today, if we go out or even at home, we can read a piece and discuss it.
I'm just gonna put that page out where they're all listed. Where is it?
And two, for me, a lot of times, and I know that to get things, you have to be open to it, and for some reason, maybe I'm not open to that. So.
Principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. So this is kind of the same idea. And you can get into it much more, but when I think of as above, so below, I think of like just simple Wicca. The meaning, not that Wicca is simple, but my version of Wicca that I knew, which was very basic.
I love Wicca.
I do too. I think it's a very positive religion. I just think that there's a little bit too much dogma for me in it, but regardless,
yeah, there's stuff
still
in
effective.
There. I think it's healing for a lot of people that want to discover magic.
So if you apply as above, so below, you have to first think of, before you can understand it, what is above? What does that mean? What does below mean? Is above heaven and below here? Is above heaven and below earth? Is above here and below hell? So you have to come to terms with what is above and what is below. But it's not really about that. It's about the idea that when I make a change here, it changes there. So it's really, the way I've been phrasing it for myself is in here and out there. That these two things are the same. So when I change something in my heart, then it changes out there in the world too. So when the world is giving you lemons and you make lemonade, that kind of thing, like you're taking that information that's out there and you go sour, right? Things piss you off. So if you're hateful about something, then that's what you're going to give off. That's the energy that you're going to put out there. That's what people are going to see. As within, so without. There's a whole bunch more to that process, or that philosophy that really kind of just pulls you out of what I do matters in the world around me. I think if people come to our house, they will feel an energy that is messy but friendly. It's inviting and it's easy, but it's a messy nightmare. But it feels lived, and I think it feels comfortable because the energy that we project when we're in this house is one of comfort and happiness. Like, that's just what it is. People who are notoriously angry and frustrated often have much cleaner houses. Anxiety. Yeah. So you project that anxiety. So that those are reflections of your environment. Not that it's good or bad. I'm just saying that's an idea that can get you to understand as within, so without. If I'm an anxious person inside, then you're going to see anxiety around me in the world. So, anywho.
Just thinking, what's been helping me?
Good book.
With my energy, or I don't even like to say negative, but lower vibrational energy is the art we've been doing.
Yes. Maybe I love that. Celestial and terrestrial. Allegory for spirit, mind, and body. Absolutely.
Cosmology.
And, you think about it when people say spirit, mind, and body. I think one cool thing in one of the classes I took on quantum healing, I did get my certification for quantum healing, which is very neat. It's a lot of freaking work to do it, but it's because it's pretty intense. But that process of quantum healing looks at the chakras in that manner. Your top 3 chakras, so your throat, your third eye, and your crown, are the celestial or spirit. Your heart is what connects it, so it's mind. Sounds weird, but that is it. And then your bottom 3, your solar plexus, your root, and your sacral, are body. And so your heart is the center of all those things, right? So spirit, mind, and body. Your mind is what's connecting your spirit to your body. So if you think about it that way, right, your spirit is going through your mind to be interpreted to what is in your body. It kind of just, it's like pulling a cord straight up and zipping you right. Whoop, it just pulls all those things right into alignment when you think of that direction of process. And it's really, really interesting to kind of look at it that way. And I just thought of what our videos can be on. We can do our videos on these and record them.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. And so that's just a way to look at it. Yep. And paranormal, I understand that, the bad anxiety. I don't think reading a lot of books is ever a bad thing, ever. But I tend to think of reading, like lately I've been trying really hard to read slower and understand more and stop and think about things. What I do when I read is I highlight everything, and by the end of the book, the whole book is just highlights. So I'm not good at discernment. So really trying to figure that piece out. So, yeah. And a little tree sap, that, you know, the mind being in the heart, it's, the first time I heard it, I'm like, this lady's nuts. This isn't going to work. I can't figure this out. But what it did was it changed my actual grounding process now. So now when I ground, I bring grounding energy up from underneath, up to the top. And then it settles back down in the center of the heart. And then I do my energy that's coming in from the spirit, going all the way down to the bottom, and then back up again, centering in the heart. And it's completely changed my grounding method. It is like that now. Like if I just think I need to ground, zip, zip, done. And I can feel that just immediate calm. And truthfully, if you've done any polyvagal theory, because I like that one too, you feel that that's like vagal nerve stimulation or destimulation at that point is really what helps that reset. And it's just kind of like, whew, fuck. And little tree sap, that is literally what I've been talking about. I think we're on a similar awakening path there, because I've been talking about that constantly. And what's funny is I've learned from Joy even mostly that as soon as you feel like you got something, you remember that you don't got it. So I'm like, I've done all this shadow work. I've done all this. I've become really good at being self-aware and in the future or in the present and being mindful. And guess what? I got to rework it because I fell out of it. Like I have to do it at a new level now because things have changed and I'm not processing it like I used to, and it's time to rework it. So it is okay to go back through and rework things that you feel like you've already done. So it absolutely makes sense because that is where I'm at. That is where all of this is coming from today. That's just where everything has been coming from. Yeah, but you know what, Unexplained, what's really cool about fiction? Fiction has incredible amount of learning in it. I read this book, I think it's called 2054 or 3054. Can't remember. It was a very futuristic novel, very good book. Even The Expanse, and you learn so much in there. You learn in fiction, you learn perspective, you learn how to be sympathetic and empathetic, right? Something about fiction, when you're in this story, you're learning what it's like to be somebody that you could never be. Like in The Expanse, when I'm Captain James Holden and I'm reading the story, I'm never going to be Captain James Holden in the space opera, at least not in this lifetime, right? But I get to experience that, and that empathy lets me learn, and you feel those emotions with that. But there's so much to learn from fiction. I'm always reading 2 non-fictions and 1 fiction, like kind of back and forth. I'd have to check, but that sounds awfully familiar. I read it. This would have been 2015, 2016, I think. I have it somewhere in this house, but it's a very good book. It's a thick ass book. But I think people don't necessarily realize that you're learning even when you're doing fiction, even if you're reading a spicy novel.
Well, it gets you thinking about things. It has that orange or that fire or that Sagittarius spark of wanting to learn more, which I think is the great thing about fiction.
Did you know that there's studies that show that people, and this is just my theory, you're reading a novel, a fiction novel, and that even the one I'm in has some spicy parts to it. You're really looking at everything that's oh, we're frozen. Are we really?
Good.
Let's pause for a second. Two things happening. With a little bit of a lag.
Shit and they ain't saying nothing.
All right, so that's our daily internet loss. With the time change, it's now coming an hour later. I don't know if it knew.
Bees in the trap.
What we were saying is, like, if you're reading a fiction novel that has spicy parts, or even a spicy novel, you're activating different parts of your brain that you wouldn't always activate, right? So you're looking at, you've got the erotic part of your brain, right, and the sexual part
of our brain.
That's and I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't remember a lot of my anatomy class, but is it the
there really is the part.
Is it the cerebellum? It's where your intense drives are.
Hold on, find out.
Your breathing, all the drive for success, drive to prevent extinction. What is it? Survival.
What is the sexual part of the brain?
Now, of course, there's some in the frontal too for decision making, but
hypothalamus regulates sexual desire.
That's what I was looking for.
And releases hormones that influence
everything.
Oh, of course, it makes it go this damn thing.
So the hypothalamus is that
sexual activity.
The part of the brain I was looking for. It's your root. It runs the root of the things that you're doing. That's really cool.
Gimme.
So, yeah, it gets those things going.
So
we talk about Salann for a little bit. Or?
Yes. Yeah. And I have some other things. We got Calvin first when we do our stuff.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I felt called to shuffle these. We will put Calvin first.
Yeah, we'll put Kelvin first, but we're not doing cards just yet. We are doing cards today. I'd say about 10 minutes probably, but Kelvin, we'll put you up top there. Little tree sap, I'm gonna put you on too. Paranormal. Let's go ahead and get the list going. Paranormal.
Yeah. I need insight. Okay,
little tree sap.
Little tree sap got some question going
on. No worries. That's his fault.
Hey, no, look, I was supposed to do this so we could get our list going.
It's how it happens.
Nothing happens by accident.
So you got Kelvin, Paranormal, and
I thank you,
Little Tree Sap.
Sir Kelvin.
We're not going to talk long about Salann. I just wanted to bring it up because it is my favorite time of the year. We did not do anything for it yesterday. We're going to have to do something today.
I did Friday. We did some. Well, we did a social thing Friday, and I did do something Friday.
We did do a social thing, but I mean, like an actual little bit of like a harvest festival. I want to go out and light some candles outside, I think, and do some things. But
Rook started shuffling. Yep.
So it's about time too. Salann Harvest Festival. It's really one of the last true celebrations of are we going to make it through the winter?
Mm-hmm.
And while we don't need, in this day and age to worry too much about that, although maybe we should. That is too funny. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that it's important to know that rituals don't have to be these elaborate plans. We have done some elaborate rituals, but we're just going to sit around and say some things and do some Samhain stuff, like talk about our ancestors a little bit. Be thankful for the fruitful summer that we had, even though it's been a stressful and fast year. We're just doing those kind of things and really just making sure that we are trying to stay focused on that. This time of year we're moving into the pause where things have to clear out to make room for new and reset next spring. I think Samhain is my favorite time of the year because of fall. Mabon and Samhain, I love fall. And it's just very important to me to kind of think through that. So if you haven't done anything, recommend going outside if you can. If it's not too cold, bundle up, sitting outside. I like to be barefoot because I like to feel the dirt. because I want to just relax for a minute with what's happening, and just be with the energy of what it is at this time of year. This is the West. So we are walking down in life. Our ancestors come from the West in many practices. Our thoughts are sunsetting. Our ideas are sunsetting. We're going to a pause so that we can have new thoughts coming. So I kind of think about that. Just being grateful for the things that you are thinking and all of that. So that's one of the reasons I think this hit so hard too, is because this is literally about gratitude for yourself. I love that tree sap. Heretical Black Liturgy dedicated to the Man in Black.
Ooh,
nice.
Cool.
Very, very nice. That is awesome.
I got me something in 25 less. Oh, so cool.
That is awesome.
Oh, that is cool.
I have a really good friend of mine that is, he's a makeup, not just makeup, but he does like animatronics and stuff for big Hollywood movies. And we haven't kept in touch too much, but we're talking Facebook every once in a while. Really nice guy. And he just does some phenomenal. I don't know how people do that shit. I can't have that in me. So, and what else did you have on board?
So while we're talking about Salann, I wanted to ask, what is, and we probably talked about it before, but I had a little bit different experience Friday night, so I wanted to hear some with some not so great elements to it, and some with the actual process really cool. What are you guys' thoughts? Have you ever participated in a virtual ceremony, ritual, service, if you will, and what are your just general thoughts on it? So it seems like, let me just start in the story. It seems like when I volunteer, this is the second time, and I've got to really look into this, when I volunteer to do something, this is twice now, kind of had not such a great experience. And I need to look at what is that? Do I have too much ego to think that I could do these things? I don't think so. I'm just trying to be involved. So years ago, I did it with writing a ritual, and then I was told when I turned it in that you can't do these things, you can't call to the corners, the elements, you can't include them, which is nothing that was disclosed when I accepted the assignment. So I was told to rewrite it so that they could use it, and I said, absolutely not. Thanks. Bye. Funny, it has to do with ritual almost. So then this new group I'm in, which I love.
I think you're just providing them learning.
Huh?
I think you're needing to provide them learning experience.
Maybe.
But I think you need to follow up with that person and let them know how it made you feel, and how that person allowing you to do it made the only reason like you're sticking around for it.
So in that first instance with that ritual years ago, the person that was the issue was the one in charge. And then a person stood up for me and called me, and we did the ritual privately together via Zoom. Was not in charge, but
love her.
An informal leader, just a great person. So in this case, the person that was the not so nice one was somebody not in charge, but more like an informal-ish to formal leader. And the person that took up for me, which I really appreciate, was the one in charge, the headmaster. So I didn't mention what I'm reading. I'm still reading Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard, excuse me, by Zell Ravenheart, over on Zell Ravenheart. And it's very good. It's an easy read. It goes over a lot of just basic principles and stuff that I haven't done before. Like I'm learning to make a basic magical, what do you call it? Tabard to drape over and embellish a little bit.
I should have got some stuff to do it too with you.
We're gonna do one, and we gotta figure out what color you would want yours. What color calls to you when we make it. And then I even got some sew-on patches, like to embellish it a little bit. So, virtual, communion, or ceremony? Let's see. Let me catch up. Scooby-Doo is a mess. Oh, where are we? I was brought to when? I did a more elaborate okay, under the stage. Makeup every year. Nice. I say make that work your own. Do what you feel. It speaks to you and what connects you. Absolutely. And thank you. Unexplained. So the reason I'm asking all this is because Friday I volunteered to call corners basically in this ritual that was virtual for Salann. I was like, gosh, I'm new in this group. I really am not planning to do anything specific on Salann. Absolutely, let me do it. Well, this takes place on an online platform that's it's almost like the real world to navigate around in. It's not easy. Like they don't tell you how to get back and forth to places. So I was earlier in the day I communicated. He said, great, thank you for volunteering. You're the only one that did. Be here at this time. Here's what you read. Great. So I was 2 minutes late and the person told me, oh, well, I'm glad you can make it. Although I'll be at 2 minutes late. I may have to replace you. Oh, wait, no. Actually, I did. Please go sit down. So-and-so is going to take your place. I said, okay. I understand. My apologies. I was 2 minutes late to when we were supposed to be there. And then the headmaster of the organization was there and he said, nope. He's like, Rook, get your butt back up there. You're doing it. And I'm like, had that not happened, I probably would have had a more immersive or magical experience. What I did experience in this ceremony, it was really cool. Like we were actually in it and our characters are avatars walking the circle. We weren't just like on Zoom and reading things. We were actually moving our characters around and going to the center, and it was really neat. So I think there's a place for it, and I just wondered if you guys think virtual ceremony, does it have a place in your practice? Have you done it? Do you like it?
We'll see what people say, but I like some versions of virtual ceremonies. Like I'd like to be, if you know, it gives you that sense of connection. But I have been around a couple of people that hate it. Like there is one guy that says, I just can't believe how people can even have technology near you when you're doing it. It just zaps all the energy out of everything. You can't do it. It's impossible. It's fake. Like, shut up. It's not, you can't. I don't like that idea of just dismissing what somebody else does with it.
Ever. Like, I never criticize somebody's practice. Ever. Ever. I never would do that.
I think it's neat. When we did it with the Sacred Mists, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of Second Life better.
You do?
But I just don't like Second Life. I won't do it. It's too clunky for me. I just get frustrated and I just won't do it.
It's very clunky, but it does allow you to be immersed or submersed more into it. And this class or program I'm kind of going through, what I really, really like about it, at least this class, is the instructor is the headmaster. And we were basically walking during class to different parts of the virtual campus. And he's orally teaching, giving the lesson, and then asking us. We interact with him throughout the whole thing, and it's just that conversation piece. It's just so awesome to me, and something that I haven't had in other online learning that I think is great for magical groups to have, just like if you're in person.
Yeah, and I mean, when I do, just speaking to what Bob said, when I do tarot, a lot of private reading, I do them through YouTube and send a private link to the person if they're not able to do it like live times. I do it over Discord. I like to do it with video though, and not a lot of people want to be on video. So I will do a video of me reading it and sending it to them.
Oh, over a line? Oh, what's that? Oh, over a...
Yeah.
I feel like there was something... Oh.
I do too. I think the virtual ceremonies have a really appropriate place, but I think it's an extra tool in all the things that we do. I wouldn't want to do everything electronic. I wouldn't want to do everything I like the idea of having a new way. I don't think technology is bad. Even with our cell phones and stuff, I don't think technology is inherently bad. I think we just have to learn how to navigate it more appropriately while it's in our life. You know?
I think there's certain things about, depending on the energy and the people, that you can find a connection or a learning virtually, and then some things, you know, you would need to be in person. But that's interesting. Thank you for feedback. And there was one other thing that I wanted to bring up real quick about kind of the more positive thinking. But did you have something you were wanting to do first? I don't want to overtake the whole thing.
Nope. I'm just gonna say We have Kelvin, Paranormal, and Little Tree Sap needing some insight. If there's anybody else who would like a read, a card pulled, pop your name in now. Just let us know. We're going to continue the conversation though for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Little Tree Sap. It's a really neat thing to see. I have no problem with doing remote ritual. Yeah. Oh yeah. A whole new theory on AI too, about AI being incapable of ever taking full control of things.
I believe that totally. They may try to take place of physical things, but I don't think it'll
It's gonna be interesting.
work.
All right, got you both.
So, in part of this group I'm in, and it's really before this, but I've kind of been being pulled back to a more kind is not the right word, good is not the right word, positive is just not the right word, but what's got me thinking about it is thinking differently, I guess more positively about things. I'm really trying to rewire my brain to be more positive, because I do think that it helps you with your health, helps you accomplish things, manifestation. But I was asked last week, how do you know what is good? Like, what is good? I said, well, I can't tell you what is good. I thought, well, what is kind? They're like, okay, that's a little bit better, but kind may be different things to different people. And it just brings me like to my purpose and my job and the different things outside of work that I'm in. I really do want to be like to help people or help organizations and to be of service. And we were learning that that's great to say, but what is the service you want to help with? Who is it that you want to help? And when do you want to help them? And it got me to try to think a little bit more focused on that.
I think I'll caveat that too, or add to that. That, what do I want to say? That doing good or something, thinking in that method can be for yourself too. It doesn't have to be servicing just others. But for me, like when I think of what is good, it's a subjective version of what are things that add to the line, not take away from it. What am I doing that's adding to growth of something or to the benefit of something? Whether it's another person, an animal, myself. You know, if what I'm doing is causing other things to lessen themselves or try to be less or do less or hurtful, then that is not good. So it's easier to kind of define those things. One of the girls I watch on
less hurtful
on Facebook, yeah, removing pain and discomfort, removing fear and anxiety, removing, pulling out the things that are barriers. There's a girl I listen to on Facebook a lot, and I love, and this is not her, just her. A lot of people are doing this in different areas, but she does her version of, you know, how does she say it? People will just are commenting constantly on me saying how I'm too much, I'm over the top, I'm too much, I'm just too big, I'm too much. And I start to feel a certain way, and there's so many people saying I'm too much. Find less.
Huh?
That's her statement. Everybody thinks that I'm too much. I'm over the board. It's too much. It's just too much, and I go too far and too high. Go find less. Just leave there. Go find less. If you think I'm too much, go find less. I don't need you to tell me what that is. So that mindset to me is kind of like, we're not here to help. I'm not your growth pattern, but I don't want to be your stumbling block either. And that to me is kind of where I look at it from good.
All right.
Future Big T project I've started since finishing Cybertopian Neon. Okay.
Okay, sweet. Okay. So that's really what I wanted to talk. I didn't want to drag it on, but I did want to just bring those couple things up. Ready? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I want to pull a couple of cards. I won't delay it. I'll be quick, but this I want to pull an Oracle for my turn and a
Find less.
Major Arcana card, the Oracle's Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. And for the majors, I've mixed the Major Arcana from the major cards are two of my favorite decks. The Major Arcana from Morgan Greer, and the Significant cards is what I call them from the Tarot of Neo Fiction. And so I mixed them together because they are my favorite, and I feel like that will help.
Oh, you've never seen the side of our house, have you?
That will help to pull the right cards.
You can't see the whole thing, but over there in that back left corner by the front door, that is the ancestry altar. With all the boxes that we had to take out.
Oh God, we're gonna clean that. Yeah.
And God, I wish y'all could see that up top. It's really hard to see from here that Joy made on the thing.
Less.
Then our
Let them.
Our herbs.
I gotta read that book. Let them.
So Bonefire Tarot is what I'm using today.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Bonefire Tarot.
Thank you, Paranormal.
Kelvin, you're first.
All right, we gotta do Kelvin.
All right, so Bonefire Tarot. I'm
And
gonna move that.
Kelvin, did he have a question or I think he said general
read?
Hold on, I feel the shuffle a couple more times.
Thank you, Paranormal.
We need more
We
incense.
do like it.
Let me light another stick of incense so we can clean in between. Clean in between. See what I did there? Let's see. What should we do?
All right, let's see what we get for Lord Kelvin Fraser.
Oh, where's our little... Oh, you've been sticking them in here? Yeah. That's good. Perfection. Oh, it's so warm.
I'm knocking everything over, y'all. See that? We got too much shit.
Do you have the lighter? Pardon my reach. Thank you ever so.
I'm making room.
Quite nice of you to do that.
I'll put one rock up front to hold these things from falling over. So they're right there. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that card. I know if you're on a small screen, you might have to zoom a little bit. But that is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, if you're looking at this, so what I want you to understand is you are seeing pine cones. And there is a special tree in Florida. I forgot what it's called. I've said it on the show before and somebody's remembered it. So if you can remember it, let me know. But there's this pine cone that you have to have a fire for it to seed. And it's in Florida, so you know we have a lot of wildfires down here, and wildfires are a part of removing the old and allowing the new to grow. So this pine tree, like entire forest of pines, this happened a couple of years ago at, well, actually last year too, down near Naples, where we've had a small wildfire, and the fire pops this pine cone, and it's the only way the pine cone will release its seeds. So it will go years with dropping pine cones, but seeds never growing because there's nothing to make them pop out. And if you think I'm making it up, Google it. It's there.
Too cool.
So in this vision, you're seeing these pine cones on fire in the Seven of Wands, and it's saying, I need to apply heat, passion, energy to these things, or this isn't going to take root. In order for me to do what needs to happen or do what's coming next or get to where I'm going, I need to apply fire, an elemental fire, not like a lighter. I need to apply fire to whatever's going on, Kelvin, that will cause this seed pod to open up and this thing to bloom that you're doing. Not sure if that means anything, but that's this whole idea behind the Seven. And the Seven of Wands traditionally is this card of you're losing your passion on something. You're letting something go that you shouldn't. What you need is a reinjection of something fresh to bring it back to life, right? Because the pine cone is from the pine tree. That tree is going to die, and that pine cone cannot grow unless there is a fire, and it will grow. And you see the fire in the card, hopefully, where it is really saying you gotta have the fire, you gotta put the heat on in order to get the thing that you're trying to manifest. So a little more action, maybe a little more pressure on that part of whatever you're doing.
All right. And the Oracle card I pulled for you, Sir Kelvin, is the hatchling, innocence, inner child, and curiosity. So it's a little bird, little baby bird in a tree. So it could be coming from that related to Mystic's card about trying that something new, kind of like the pine cone that's burst open, a new idea, a new process, something that maybe you need to nourish. What?
I just had a meme that I want to say when you're done with this card.
Oh, go ahead.
So there's a meme that I love, and it's all about animals, and it shows elephants taking care of their babies, humans taking care of their babies, foxes, all these different things taking care of their babies, and then it shows the bird kicking the hatch out going, "Fly, bitch."
Ah!
So I got that little feeling of like the innocence, but they're going to be pushed out soon, kind of to connect it with the Seven of Wands.
It could be because
Fly, bitch.
This
Do it.
little bird is by himself. There's not a parent around. You don't see brothers or sisters, or other birds. So to me, that tells me it's a new idea or an idea you've had that you haven't paid attention to. And so it's time to do that with the tarot card of the Lovers. So be open to the help, feedback, intuition, and energy of a second person in this idea. It may not necessarily be a solo thing. So if someone comes along, you'll know it. There's no coincidences. You will see the signs and just trust and be open to it.
That's my mama.
That's what I got.
That's my mama.
I'm trying really hard not to be mean about that lady. I hope those helped. Now I'm gonna cleanse these cards, and who we got next up there? Paranormal Witch. That's why I was talking in that voice, because Paranormal Witch. I didn't even know it was her. I had to do Texas. That's where I'm from. And that's our correspondence. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need another cup of coffee. Clearly.
You can do one thing. We haven't heard from the puppies in a minute.
I'll go check on them. Let me clear these up. Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hold on. Let me go check them real quick. These are clear. Right.
If you don't know, we have had 2 new soul slivers additioned to our house. Polar opposites. Okay. General, it is P. Okay, good. We might have to show them off.
Are we on PW?
General Reed, she's having a hard time with shadow work with Lucifer. Got you.
Lucifer, the bringer of light, Lucifer in the night.
The morning star.
The morning star wakes you in the morning.
All right. 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords, you are getting some kind of block with the 4 of Swords. So when you think of 4s, think of structure. Things that are structured, they're organized, they're walled in. Now in the 4 of Pentacles, you're like, the structure is good. In the 4 of Cups, the structure feels safe. In the 4 of what was that? Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the structure feels like things coming together. But in the 4 of Swords, it feels like I'm boxed in. I'm oppressed. The walls are coming in on me. So as you can see, she's in a bath and she's trying to get out of the box, right? By standing or meditating or just trying to relax. But you look in the card, they did a really good job of all these things swirling around in there. And that's some fire. And there's just too much going on, right? Her head is swimming. The other thing you'll notice is that she's got one shoe on, one shoe off. So she's not fully relaxed. She's not letting go. So according to the 4 of Swords, we need to let go and kind of open the door and come out of something. So whatever it is you're having difficulty with or you're into, there's a door that you're refusing to go through, and you see it clearly. It's right there in front of you, but you're not letting yourself fully relax. You are taking a bath with one boot still on. You are trying to relax without really clearing your mind. So you got to find where that door is in your 4 walls of the 4 of Swords and cut it open and get out. Let yourself out and let yourself through that door, because what's holding back really is you at the moment. And it is the inability to release properly or move through or relax properly. Not properly is not the right word, but fully, I should say, fully. So I love these cards. I don't know why I don't use these more. They remind me of the tarot, tarot decks a little bit.
They're very pretty. All right, Miss Paranormal, for you, the Oracle card I pulled is Thunderbolt and Lightning, Painful Realization, or Inner Conflict. Ooh, if this is working about the deity or Lucifer, I feel like it looks like this lightning. I don't think you can see it, but the lightning bolt is going through his throat chakra down into like his chest area, like near the heart. So to me, are you having trouble being open to working with Lucifer, or open to what guidance you're getting, or are you unable to understand? Maybe are you using an old filter way of thinking and can't understand the message? I don't know. But the significant card from the Tarot of Neofiction I pulled is self-discipline, about balance. And are you balancing other parts of your life spirituality so that you are rested and open to hear the message. I get it's something to do for me with the message that you're getting. Not that he's not coming through, and that may not have been your question, but it's something about the message that you're getting and understanding it or communicating it or him communicating it to you.
I feel like it's less about Lucifer and more about the shadow work itself, that something's just, you got to do the shadow work, but you're not willing to step through the door.
Yeah. Maybe. So just kind of pay attention. Make sure you can rest as much as you can. Maybe make sure your mind is cleared and just pay attention to things that seem different or not different that are confirming things for your message. I hope that makes some kind of sense. I do not know.
All right, paranormal. We're gonna move next is little tree sap.
Little tree sap. No. I don't know why I'm bouncing in the chair.
You go first this time.
All right, you got it. Little tree sap and was getting us on the job career. Just my attended interviews. I need some encouragement. Okay. Regarding the job, let's see. Okay, this is clear. Let's see. I like to pull the Oracle card first. Don't know why. Just how I do it. This week. Let's see. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm taking more time doing this, but this is how I was pulled to do this. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. One more card. Just pulling the tarot card now. And the tarots, like I said, they're all the majors, just from my two favorite deck. There's no minor or other cards in here. Okay, the Oracle card, madam, that was pulled is Bleeding Heart. I can't read the words. Rawness, vulnerability, and compassion. Okay, so in the career front,
it's such a pretty card.
It's really pretty. It's just telling me there's no more of doing no more of doing in a professional sense what we just got to do. It pays well. It does this. It's got to be for purpose. If you can find something and pay attention to an offer, an opportunity, and maybe less money, but that is it's just something that really hits you in your heart that would be worthwhile for you to do, pay attention to it, and please give it serious consideration. Put the money outside of it and whatever the stability of it, and go with what really hits you in the heart when you see it, come upon it, get offered it, get told about it. And then the tarot that I pulled from Morgan Greer is Justice. I always struggle with this one, honestly, the other one, but in this case, your effort, your work, it might seem fruitless. It might seem like you've been doing a lot of work or not really hitting that passionate thing. So what I would do is just stick to that feeling of what feels right and hits your heart and your soul to do, regardless of money, status, and your work and your effort will be all rewarded. That's what it's about. It's not about money. That's what I got loudly. So are they asking what deck this one is? The Oracle?
Put them both up there, but yeah.
Okay, it's the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle by Serafina. I can't read this. Serafina Yeesh, Yeshe Mesa. It's a really pretty deck. I like it. It's one of the Oracle cards I feel like I can work well with. All right, I hope that makes some sense. I know it's about the work. I just
wrote that wrong. What's the other deck?
Oh. Morgan Greer.
Morgan Greer. I don't know why I put McGreer's. That's nursing.
And then Tarot of the Neo-Fiction. Excuse me.
I put McGear's. That's the work thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Antibiotics.
This is your encouragement, little tree sap. You'll know it very well. This is the world. So the world generally comes up in a reading when you can expect all things to work out properly. The world takes a long time to get to because it's so much energy, but you've arrived there. So I really think that you're going to get a little bit more positivity out of what you're looking for. I think it might take a while because the world always does, but it is the world showing up saying, hey, yeah, things are all going to work out exactly as they should and as they're supposed to. Every time I've pulled the world, I always get this like just first feeling of, okay, this is really good. Things are going to do exactly as they're supposed to. And it'll be a happy process, or not a process, a happy result from the process that you're doing. I also get the feeling that somewhere in this world or in the stuff that you're doing, you're gonna find an opportunity that's really gonna take you further than you think. And just remember, the one thing about the world is the world does not work or apply through logic. It works through all things coming together and not just thinking something process related or this related or logical. It is all the things in the world coming together. So I would take a look at that, but this is the number 21, and the world is always a positive card. The only better card that would answer, give you some good insight and some feedback would be if the sun showed up. But here, the world includes everything.
Oh, if it's getting too blurry, I can walk them up. Just let me know. Cards saying they were saying it's a little out of focus.
Yeah, it is because it's unfortunately it's a wide and it doesn't do very well for focus. So, and unfortunately the cats have kicked it off a few times.
And who is the person? What's the next person? I can't read it.
Justin.
Okay, is this somebody I know?
Yes. Okay,
I connect just the energy for the question of this card and block any and everything I know about this person. It's not related to what I need to know. Yeah.
You just knock the ashes all off.
Sorry. I block and shield myself from any connection.
You have primrose energy.
Yeah, I do.
Wool in a china shop.
So I know nothing but what I need to know and connect to nothing that I need to connect.
Yeah. I love the world and pretty much all of the decks. Like it's just such a good. Take a breath, because things are going to be fine. And I always picture, when I picture the world, I picture a woman walking off, or man, a person walking off into like at the end of a road after like all the shit's gone down, and they were walking off with nothing, but having everything. That feeling of, I just went through hell and all of the things, and what's left is what's most important, and that's what I'm walking away with. So it's kind of like that part of the world. Oh, baby. Justin.
I need to know what I'm not. And is this just
general?
Okay. Yeah.
7 of coins. Oh, that's not good. That's not good for the other one. So 7 of coins can mean a couple of things. What I'm gathering initially is paying attention to the things that you have. Looking around what you own, all the things that you're doing, and all the physicalities in your world, and kind of pause and hang on to them for a moment because you have a lot. You should. What you see in the image in this one is particularly is apples. If I can get it to focus. That looks like it's focusing okay.
Again, if you need me to walk them up, just let me know, guys.
Yeah, let us know. But the 7 of coins is in this space of. It's usually financial or related to a project that we're working. That project can be like rebuilding something physical, painting, art, growth and work, passion projects, all those things that have to do with trying to do something right. And the 7 of pentacles or coins is saying, we're missing something. Like something's not really adding up here or coming together. So we need to take another look at whatever that thing is that we're doing. This can include spirituality. It can include just anything that's in your present sphere. When I look at the coins, a lot of people say that it's earthbound stuff. Well, yes, that's true. It's about earthbound stuff, finances. It's about tangible things, but it's also about what's in your immediate sphere. So just look around and see what's what's immediately surrounding you, what you're working on, and realize that that thing needs a little bit of extra energy. It needs a little bit of extra love, a little bit of extra attention. Maybe you need to put more money into this thing. Add to whatever that is in your sphere. So the easiest way to look at the 7 of coins is just to look at what is in your immediate environment. I'm looking at a cabinet. I'm looking at a table. Brad, things going on at work. You know, there's just immediate environment. And which one of those things really is begging for attention, and we need to go give that thing attention. Because if we don't, we won't progress to the masterwork card, which is the 8 of coins, and we tend to potentially waste or lose money in this situation. So be very careful of that. There's a potential here to lose money. There's a potential to lose a couple of things, not a lot, but just something that's not going to be a good feel if we don't look in that environment and try to find out what it is that needs that injection of attention.
And I, sir, have pulled Autumn Winds for the Oracle card. New paths, changes, and unseen forces. And interestingly, it is about taking some kind of or following up on a new opportunity or path. For the tarot card, I'm going to see what does it direct a little bit more to spiritual or in the work professional arena. But it's about a new path, new about or something changed, unseen forces. The tarot card I pulled from the tarot of the neo-fiction is the Enchanting Lord, and to me, this is saying, okay, this is going to be something that it pulls at your interest, but it's not just something that, oh, hey, this is spontaneous, this is cool. It's something that's going to pull on your interest, but it's something that is organized. It's something whether you've planned, you've saved, you've done whatever to prep for this. It's not going to be something foreign to you or someone close to your life. It could be, you know, man, woman, child, whoever, that gives off that energy of Enchanting Lord. It's very intriguing, and it does ignite the fire, but it's not from a lack of planning. It's an organized follow-up to something you're passionate about. That may be a new path or following up on one that's there. New area. And that's what I have. I hope that makes sense. I love both of these decks.
Gionia is up next.
Is this the person that I know?
Yes.
Okay, I block anything I don't need to know, and only connect to this person for the reading. I have to say that if I know the person, because I don't want to influence
Whatever works
them.
for you.
I don't want to be influenced with anything.
So,
I shout.
Her first card, Gina, is the Chariot. And I love the Chariot. It's one of my faves. Because the Chariot is all about forward movement and being in control. And that's why I like it, because I like to be in control. So when the Chariot rider is riding, this is, you know, different images here, but it's saying you're on a path, continue it. Take the reins, make sure that you're in control of it, and drive it. Do not let it ride you. Do not let it direct you. This is not an autopilot chariot. It's not a Tesla chariot. This is you need to drive and stay in control of the reins, or it's going to go off center. It's a very powerful card about moving forward. It means the actions that you're taking are correct. The actions that you're currently moving through are positive, and they're gainful, and they're good, and they're designed to keep you moving forward. Always, always, always with the Chariot, it's saying you are the driver and you're in control. You just got to keep it, because, you know, there are obstacles that come up from the Chariot. You can break a wheel. You can go over a bump. You can have all these things, but just stay in control. Keep aiming and directing things. Don't let them overtake you or push you around. You have to stay in control. If you don't, the wheel will fall off and things will kind of fall apart. But the Chariot, the good thing about the Chariot is you're already in control of that. So just keep driving it forward and just paying attention to where you're going and looking ahead. Chariot is a very
nice Chariot card. Okay.
Very, very good portent of things are going in the right direction for you.
Get it. She is in control, and we know.
Now I have to pee real quick.
Will not be forsaken. All right, let's see here. Okay, let me get my cards. Ooh, it keeps coming up. The Tarot of Neo Fiction. Cool. All right, so Gina, the oracle card that I pulled is Hidden Paths, awareness, mindfulness, self-mastery. Well, I think it's has to do with something you're working on. I don't get the sense if it's job related or a spiritual thing. So let's look at the tarot card I pulled from the Tarot of Neo Fiction. I pulled the Fearless one, and it just reminds us that being bold and confident, kind, assertive, that is a good trait and quality to practice as you are navigating your hidden path. Okay, so keep your kind, confident style, nature, and be aware. Be aware this week in your mundane life with work or routine of things that pop up that seem a little bit different or that repeat, because that's something to look into or delve into more as the hidden path. Pay attention. I've learned past couple of weeks how it's awesome it can be when you pay attention to those little signs and believe them and be open to them. That's a big part, at least for me. That's what I get from the cards, the oracle and the tarot. I hope that made some kind of sense or will help you in your thought process over the next week or so. Thank you for the privilege of letting me pull these cards, everybody. Now we have Bob is next. What in the world? Oh. Bob. And Mr. Bob, is it a general? Sorry, Bob, just a general. I don't know why I said Mr. or Mrs. anymore. It's irrelevant. We are on Bob. Gina says thank you.
Thank you, Gina.
And it looks like Bob is general.
Yeah.
Hello, Patish. Oh, I'm not Patish.
Just in case.
I'm Biggie Bum Bum.
Just in case.
I'm a big baby.
Anybody wanted to see this thing.
Thank you, sweet smelly
before
puppy
she
breath.
gets too big.
Yeah, she's a little.
To hold. Look at this girl. Look at this girl.
Will you kiss the cards? Bless them.
This is Primrose.
Thank you, Primrose.
It's Primrose.
She has blessed the cards. My name was going to be Society.
She's got to be 12 pounds.
The universe called for my name to be Society, and I was blocked by the humans.
I'm going to get 5 times bigger than I am right now.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Yes, little girl. This is one of 2. Piper is having a really hard time with teething, we think.
She's a runt, the poor baby.
She's a runt. She's not eating well. She's eating better now, so we're not worried as much. But she's just not doing amazing with the teething. She's trying to eat these things already.
Primrose, I love you. Sweet girl.
So she's falling asleep in the back, and when she falls asleep, her teeth hurt so bad she yelps really loud. So we don't want to move her right now. We're just letting her be so that she can rest. So hoping she gets over this soon because she's having a really rough time.
Yeah.
But sorry about that. I just wanted to show you our big babies.
Baby.
Transition back here.
Baby.
We are Bob Bobson, correct? Yep. So general. Just probing. Good stuff. All right. Miss JC, we will be at Kava probably at some point today. I definitely am riding my motorcycle somewhere today. So if anybody decides to go out on bikes, you should let us know.
I don't know anybody that has bikes over here.
It's just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous out. Yes, kidding.
The Bikes and Bulas and Dry Devil Moto was canceled because
For a
of
good reason.
very good reason. I was very excited to be there though for it at least. But all right, Bob. Let's see. I need to connect back to Bob.
Hey.
You can go ahead.
I didn't want to talk. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So the Oracle card I picked for you, it's a beautiful card, but it is treachery, a betrayal, mistrust, and deception. I'm just hearing or feeling to be aware of this week because when I pulled up the tarot card from the Morgan Greer, it is the moon. So it's telling me about all things. This is probably big or small. It's probably not something that you would expect to come up in the someone to be deceptive. This happened to me a couple of weeks ago. So just be aware of that, and if you pay special attention to your gut, your intuition, because it's going to be right and protect you with a treachery this week. So just be very careful.
No.
Be very aware. Interesting.
And for me, out of the Bonefire Tarot, we have pulled the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is really this very like ethereal, starving artist kind of image or energy, but a little bit more control. The Page of Wands would be more the starving artist, and the Knight of Wands is the up and coming. So if you think about that process, the Knight of Wands is got this message, this thing for you that says, you know, I am capable. I'm able to go through this. I am ready to take the next step in whatever it is I'm trying to do. So generally speaking, Knight of Wands or Knight court cards in general represent either you or somebody else in your immediate area that's going to come to you, a male energy. But again, most of the time it's you. So if you take in and embody the Knight of Wands energy, you'll have a way to kind of progress forward in whatever it is that you're doing. So it also can represent, especially with the horse and the other imagery in here, that there's a message that you're refusing to take and you're acting before you've actually fully received that message and heard what it's trying to say. Don't know where that message is from, but it is a reminder that we should look for the message. There needs to be a little bit of planning before we hop on the horse, take off, and go, you know, doing this massive thing that we're working on. So that is the Knight of Wands. So sounds like it's time to, you know, a lot about messages and paying attention.
Yeah, like definitely.
Which is appropriate for the time of year too. I don't know if you guys can hear her squealing in the background, but oh, it's so horrible to hear. Go give her a mouth massage.
Yeah, poor baby. What is it looks like unexplained at a question, future big project.
So he wants to know about the future Big T project he's started since finishing Cybertopia Neon.
Just about that. All right,
unexplained, you're up. Good. About that, whatever that is, the knight is ready for it, but just make sure you plan a little bit first. Make sure you look at all the things before whatever the next step is. Or not even the next step, the big step. Whatever big step is happening, you need to make sure we've absorbed all that information. So unexplained.
I'm interested to see if unexplained
Taurus
will get a tarot card from Morgan Greer or a tarot neofiction.
The sun. We talked about this earlier. The sun. What would be if the sun showed up?
Right.
The sun is literally the happy positive card, right? It's all about the things that are going well and good, and that you can expect positive outcomes and good things to come out of your project. So since finishing your Cybertopia Neon, this Big T project, give it everything. Make it bright. Make it really full, and not bright like in happy, but full. Sunflower is the major symbol in pretty much every sun card that exists. And the sunflowers are tall, they're beautiful, they're like in your face. I always think of Big Bird for some reason. It's this joyfulness and kindfulness about doing things, but it's just in your face. It's big, it's there, and they're huge. They can give life, they're sustaining, you can make dye from them, you can do all these things with sunflowers. And they represent the joy of the sun, which is the father male big energy of the universe, right? So really take that in. Project is going to be a big project. Put you're gonna need to put more into it than you think. You're gonna need to light it up a little bit more, or brighten it up a little bit more, give it a little bit more, or it's going to just become more than you originally had planned. So it maybe was a little project that's getting bigger. It's gonna be big.
All right, and I pulled, it's an Oracle card, Death Valley, Emptiness, Hopelessness, Challenges. So what this tells me on this project, along with the tarot card, which was actually from Morgan Greer, the Chariot, this is telling me, as you will know, as a creator, something's going to happen. It's not going to go right, either by your choice or something else. It may have to be scrapped. Do not give up your idea and control of the idea. Keep flexible, bend to it. Again, listen to your intuition. Clear your mind because you are in control of the project. Don't let anyone try to tell you if it feels wrong. Don't let anyone try to steer you a different way because you are in control. You just may have to rework it or edit it. You may need a major edit. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just telling you. It's basically just keep your control, your creative control, and your ideas, but be able to flex a little when needed.
Awesome. And last but never least, Nick, let's see what the Bonefire, Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, Morgan Greer, or Tarot of Neofiction has to say.
Ooh.
I gotta find mine. I don't know where my Tarot of Neofiction is.
These are 3 of my favorite decks.
In my bag.
Which one? Neofiction?
Yeah, but I can't find it.
I will help you find it.
I'm not a big fan of the Morgan Greer, to be honest. The imagery is just too blah.
I think it's the colors that I like. Very vibrant colors of that.
It has no vibrant colors in it. That's what I don't like about it. They're all primaries.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh, sorry. Are you asking her to choose which card? Oh, no. I mean, you could choose, but they're just all mixed up random with the tarot. That's kind of how I've been doing it. She got, I think, or they got confused and thought, were you asking them to choose? You were just saying,
no. Sorry.
Yeah.
Those are all the decks that we're using.
Yeah, mine are just random. Because,
sorry about that.
That's all right. Go for it. Okay, sweet. No, that was good. All right, thank you, Unexplained. Of course, you know we'd always love to hear it.
Nick, I pulled the 3 of Cups. This is a good card because it's representative of needing to take a break and going out and having a bullshit night if you haven't recently. So the 3 of Cups often comes up when there's a lot of stress emotionally, like the things are a little stressful. A lot of things going on in your head, a lot of things happening, and what the 3 of Cups says is go out. Have a bullshit night with your friends. Just ladies' night, guys' night, whatever. I said ladies because that's what's in the card, but it's a go out and just don't think about stuff. Don't go to like a show or something. This is a go to the club or go to coffee shop and something and just talk and hang out and just get out of other things and let other things fall away and bullshit. Maybe share, I don't know, scary stories or I don't know, but it's something that needs to be done that's not thinking or thought-provoking or deep. It's you need to have a just bullshit night. I guess that's the best way I can say it. With friends, you have to with people around you. It's not a loner thing. I always get the 3 of Cups. The energy that I get is this. I don't want to talk about it. So let's talk about the grass or gossip even. And I know people like the gossip is terrible, blah blah, don't care. It's that kind of a night where you need to be around other people and just bullshit and have a good time and have fun because the other things are weighing too hard and you're not allowing that energy to come out and be loose.
See. Ooh, she gets a tarot Neofiction card. All right, so I did pull 4 cards for you, Nick, and I'll explain why. Because the first 2 Oracle cards were repeats, and every time I get a repeat, I want to make sure is it a different energy or same message. The second card of Oracle was a repeat, so I pulled the third. I want to make sure is it the same message or something different. The first card that I pulled, Nick, of the Oracle card, is a repeat. It's the Bleeding Heart. Rawness, vulnerability, and compassion. So to clarify that, I drew another, which was also a repeat of Treachery. Betrayal, Mistrust, and Deception. And then the third Oracle card for clarification was not a repeat. It was the White Oak. Healing, versatility, and endurance. So something affecting the heart. This is an emotional time. It may feel like betrayal, but what I really think it is that you'll be given a hard truth or something maybe is a little bit hard to process, but it's not a betrayal. It might feel like it. And just to try to be open to accepting that difficult information or feedback so that you can heal and endure and grow. The tarot card I pulled from the Tarot of Neo-Fiction is Death, and it does kind of go along with this. Maybe something...
Demise.
Or Demise, sorry. It's not Death. Demise. Sorry, unexplained. Bad habit. It's much more beautiful than Death. So maybe you're hanging on to a concept, thought, or thing, something you want to do or try to make work, and it's just not, and somebody might be telling you that soon, and it's going to feel like they betrayed you. Maybe they were a partner that was working on a project with you, or it might be something personal. But be open to it, hear what they have to say, although it hurts, cry through it, work through it, you'll become stronger, and whatever it is you're holding on to, you may just have to let go so that you can do that, whether it's a person, place, or thing. That's what I have. Don't know if that makes any sense. Sorry for pulling so many cards, but we did get a couple repeats and just want to make sure. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
What does that mean is?
What does that mean is...
Only you can say, Nick. Hope that helps.
Thank you guys for letting us read you. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody. So we'll just do a quick check. We're running out pretty quick today. We got a couple of things we got to do to take care of. I'm actually out and about this week for work coming up, so we got to do a few things, but
I really like mixing these decks.
It's fun. I do that once in a while too. It's joyful.
Just not with the oracles. Yeah, good, I guess.
Oh gosh, excuse me, I keep yawning.
I hope you all had a great day. A rough week, or maybe just
a week of revelation.
Revelation, maybe something you don't want to hear. I had that last week. Something I didn't want to, and it hurt, and it came out of nowhere. And some of it was true that I needed to do to change or improve, and then some of it wasn't true. So I think it's important to hear it, be open, take responsibility for things you agree with, and then for those that are not, don't own it. Be true to yourself, but maybe listen and be open to some of the things, because nothing's either all one or the other. There might be some things you could improve or change. I don't know.
It was great chatting with everybody today. We ran over more than normal.
Sorry.
But I appreciate everybody stopping in. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. We're going to do a quick closing from the Widdershins
north
to the east.
Undoing the circle that is cast.
May it be open but unbroken.
Blessed be. Have a great week. And thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye. As the smoke wafts up into the screen.